Okay, I come on some interesting information about our illustrious real estate superhero president guy. Uh, Back in the 80s, he had a piece of property that he had probably options on. I don't know. He was going to do this gigantic development and make a 150-story building and all this, going to be his great and wonderful development. Uh, it never did really work out. It became a lot smaller and was sold later on. But uh, he, well, he had part of this thing that was, he was trying to sell, trying to build some money. And now, understand, in the 80s, he was this great real estate magnate that really wasn't. His father was behind all this stuff. He couldn't have done anything. He built Trump Tower in the early 80s, but his father actually built it. He didn't have any money. He couldn't do anything like that. But he was backed by his father. So anyway, he got this kind of grandiose idea that he was going to do this thing on the Hudson, and it was great, development, have his name all over it and all that kind of stuff. Well, he had a piece of the property, and he wanted $400 million for this piece of property. It's common for Trump to just want these gigantic figures for real estate that he owns, and it usually doesn't work out. But anyway, that's what he had. So Columbia University said, "Well, look, we'd like to buy that piece." And he says, "Well, it's $400 million," and they were going to expand their campus, and they thought that was maybe a good place to do that. Well, Goldman Sachs at the time gave a value of the property of $90 million, not $400 million. And obviously, Columbia said, I think we'll try something else. And they moved to another spot. Well, that made Trump really mad. Angry guy, he didn't get what he wanted. He also wanted, let's see, what was it? Columbia rename its business school to the Donald J. Trump School of Business. They didn't want to do that either. So, they moved on. Well, this whole thing, it really did fail. Trump was trying to sell all this stuff, and he had to drop his expectations and made it smaller and all this kind of stuff. And then at the end of the 80s, he was totally bankrupt, owed $1 billion. So this was not working out so well. He eventually sold it. I can't remember where he sold it to. He sold it to a majority. He sold a majority stake to Hong Kong investors. He sold a majority stake to Hong Kong investors. It still had the Trump name on it, but they took the Trump name off when he started doing this president thing, and just pretty much a residential complex. Okay, this had Trump pissed off forever. Those dirty guys wouldn't give me massive amounts more than what my property was worth. So, he's going to get them. Yeah, he's going to get them. So now, he says, well, I'm going to take $400 billion from your grants that you get for various things. I'm just going to take them away. He's getting them back. This is the revenge king. Unless you do whatever stupid thing he wants to do, then you lose. And he's making them lose. This was 25 years ago he did this, and he still held the grudge. That's what his whole presidency is about. Look at the things he's doing. All these things are vengeance against people he thinks wronged him. And going back at Columbia. Now Columbia's folded, said we'll do whatever you want, you know. I mean, it's really tough to fight a dictatorial president. And this is what he's looking for, this is what he's doing. He's actually doing this. This is dictatorial. And well, you guys elected him, I didn't. Didn't we know this? Didn't we know this was going to happen? I knew it was going to happen. Well, from the time he came down that escalator, I thought, this is one piece of crap. He is not the one I would ever support. I used to be a Republican until he came about. Anyway, this is why, and that number of 400 million, he's just saying, see, I'm going to get you for what you wronged me for. I mean, it was worth 90 million. They should have paid him 400. Okay. That's it on this one.